Hey, what's up? I am here with one of my most anticipated albums of 2014. That is Black Crown Initiate, with their debut album, The Wreckage of Stars. I don't know why I just blanked on that. So Black Crown Initiate, they're from Reading, Pennsylvania, which is the same town as Rivers of Nile, and it's very, very close to me, which is awesome. I never heard of this band before until they busted onto the scene by getting onto the Metal Alliance tour, which, that's fucking cool. I don't know how I never heard of this band, because they're fucking amazing. Songs from a Crippled Bull is one of my favorite EPs of all time. It's so good. And so I was really looking forward to their debut, and it's here, and it's great. This is one of the highlights of the year, I think, for 2014 in metal. And the album opens up with the song A Great Mistake, and right away you will notice an interesting dynamic in this band between some harsh vocals and some clean singing. Oh, that's so unique. No, it's not. But it's the way this band does it, and I think it's just the sound. The clean vocals have an extremely unique sound to them, and they're used so well. Sometimes I feel like they could use it just a little bit more, but not overly too much, I guess. And so there's a really good going back and forth between those two. A Great Mistake and Withering Waves are probably the two standout tracks where they do that. And then there's, harsh, guttural death metal vocals by James Dorton. And those are fantastic as well. Very good range, very great at mixing everything up in terms of vocal patterns and keeping it interesting. I just thought this was a very good vocal performance from the band. Excuse me, from start to finish. Very guttural vocals sometimes, but sometimes there's James uses these Travis Ryan cattle decapitation like high screams. They're so hard to describe. You have to hear them in order to go, oh, I know what you're talking about. The song To the Eye That Leads You is probably the best example during the chorus. It just screams at you, and it's just so disgusting and so ear-shattering, and it's like, I really think it works, and it really spices things up. I did not see that coming, and I was like, holy shit, man. Absolutely fantastic vocal performance. On the guitar side, this band is extremely talented. Rick and Andy are the two guitar players, and man, the riffs are just so tight on this album. And they're so good. I get Great Mistakes stuck in my head all the time, right in the middle, where it's like, just fantastic. And this album, or with the song Withering Waves, wins the best acoustic guitar performance of 2014 in metal to me. When it busts to that acoustic guitar in the middle of that song, it's just like, yes, and it just brings these feelings to you that it's undescribable, at least to me. And I know I've been talking about those two songs, but to me they are the best songs on this album. They've been released both of those songs ahead of time, but there are some other really good songs on here. The Wreckage of Stars, which is pretty much an instrumental. It's just fantastic, extremely catchy, and really shows off a good drum performance, which is great. The drumming on this album is phenomenal. I feel, while it is very good, very talented, that sometimes I feel there could be a little bit more energy to the drums at times. And I don't mean that in a negative way. What's there is there, and it's fine, but I feel if there was just a little bit energy, pick up the beat just a little bit, it would just be so much better. And that's just personal preference, of course. So the drums are fantastic on this album, but getting back to the guitars, lots of just very solid riffs and solid soloing all around too. The guitars, they're definitely at times can be of the definite lower register, which is great, and I think it works really fucking well, such as in To the Eye That Leads You. You know, the opening to that song is just like, yes, and you're just air guitaring, and then it just busts to this other really fucking awesome riff, and then it just busts to this really gross chorus, and then it comes back to the gross riff, and it's just like, dude, stop, you're just killing me with just fucking awesomeness. A very solid sound, and I think one of the things that's great is that the guitars are very fucking heavy, yet they can be so clean at the same time, such as in A Great Mistake. When you know they're playing riff with more chords to it, or more of a chord progression, I guess you can say, and it still just sounds so clean. It's like, dude, how you doing that? It's cool. I just think this is a solid fucking album. There's only one song that stands out to me that I'm just like, I don't like this song at all. It doesn't have anything to it. It just doesn't really, and the hooks feel blah. And that is The Human Lie Manifest. I don't really dig the vocals on that song, and I don't really dig the riffs on that song. That's just personal preference. But besides that song, I think this album is damn fucking good. It's just, the thing that makes me so excited about this band is the potential. And I say that about a lot of new bands. Like, you know, they put out their first or second album, I'm like, this is amazing, but just think of how much better it'll be in 3 or 4 more albums, or not, you know, on their third or fourth album. You know, when they've grown even more as musicians and as a band, it'll just be even more mind blowing. And that's what I love about this band, and what makes me excited. You know, I feel this band is really going to be a big player in the progressive death metal universe, and just in metal in general. And it's great. And I just think they're dynamic on vocals, just their unique sound there, and their just overall musicianship is just through the roof, and definitely just shining with light, and it's great. So I'm going to give The Wreckage of Stars by Black Crown Initiate a 9 out of 10. I highly suggest you check out this album. I fucking love it. Great album art as well. This is a good album. Check out this band. Seriously. See you later.